Alrighty, this should be stream. Yo, Prophecy, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. SMT at 840 highs. Are you waiting for why I'm going to confirm the SMT? Yeah, I just loaded up on the charts, so not taking anything quite yet. Just need to adjust the charts here. Literally just hopped on, so going to be a little patient here. Kind of wait for something to play out. When I get used to the charts, kind of look at a couple things here. Good morning, Larry. You bearish despite bias and bullish? Let me actually just do some analysis on these charts first. I have just hopped on the charts here, so just need to do a little bit. Panos, what's up? Good morning. Hi, everybody. How we doing? How's everyone doing today? Good morning, team. What's up, track? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we doing? How are we doing this morning? Just gonna get used to the charts here once again, guys. We got this previous hourly equilibrium. I'm trying to see if we get respected and get some potential downside movement. Formed a 5-minute fractal. So just want to see what exactly happens here. Play a little patient, sit back in the saddle. Rixie, good morning. Origins, good morning. Gaming, good morning, good morning. How we doing? Good to have all of you in the stream here. Throat hurts a little bit, so I apologize, guys, but gonna try and survive here for y'all. Closure above that hourly EQ here is an invalidation right now for the short setup, so just want to play back here, see what happens, right? It's the most important thing, that we just kind of play back and sit in the saddle. Origins, how are we doing? Good morning, everybody. Just kind of wanting to get adjusted to the charts here. Haven't done too much analysis quite yet. I've kind of just hopped on the charts here, so give me a few. Just want to see what happens. But on this 5-minute, we just got a closure above this hourly equilibrium. We still did get that fractal setup. Not a super aggressive fractal setup, but we did get a C2 sweep of that previous candle body high. So want to see what happens, but as of right now, I'm not super interested in anything trade-wise, so just kind of sitting back in the saddle for a bit, seeing what happens at the moment. Yeah, that's kind of what we're waiting for right now. Morning. Unknown, what's up, Olivia? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so just want to see, but currently not interested in too much. Looks like ES is kind of showcasing to be the stronger asset right now. Looks like we might also form some SMT at these highs between ES and NQ, depending on movement here on ES. So just want to see, but as of right now, just kind of sitting back here, waiting for some setups to form. Don't want to force anything quite yet. Was it a good trade to take a short on the Sisti on that C2? Arturo, honestly, I mean, it's definitely not a bad setup. I think people need to realize, though, that we swept it. We didn't get a full, I mean, we kind of got this reversal signature that printed, but I don't really like C2 before that 9:30 because I feel like Fractal tends to get invalidated right before that indices open. So honestly, not my favorite setup, not my cup of tea, but yeah. So, I mean, now we're having an extension higher here. Next mentorship. Rixie, of course, dude, anytime. Anytime, boss. I think that should be the right link. Yeah, so as of right now, not super interested. Looks like we're starting to form an SMT at these highs. ES just swept that previous candle 2, candle 2 high here. So that's an invalidation of the fractal short position here, since if you use a traditional fractal, you use that Sisti high as your stop loss with a 2R as your TP. So once again, invalidation has occurred on this trade setup, so I am no longer interested in these shorts on ES as of right now. But let's see what happens if we create a pretty aggressive SMT at these highs here. And yeah, let's see how gold's doing though, eh? Let's see how GC's doing. Oop, GC. All right. Gold here, also kind of the same thing. We rejected off this equilibrium though, so shorts here not looking too shabby into this drawn liquidity down at these lows. That could be an area for interest here. So definitely some pretty cool stuff. How are we doing all? How's everybody doing today? Great, awesome, happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. Here we go. Yeah, gold respected this previous hourly equilibrium. Now it's again a rejection back below. If we get a closure on this hourly, we have 20 minutes till this. Oh wait, sorry, that's on the daily. It was on the hourly and daily confirmation. So we rejected off the daily EQ, and we also rejected off this hourly EQ at the closure below. So quite an aggressive movement there too. There we go. Massive move here on NASDAQ and ES into these highs. Ooh, brother. Ooh, brother. Got quite the trade happening here. Good man, thanks for the live. Anytime, Raymond. Absolutely anytime, Raymond. Here we go. Quite the aggressive. SMT has been removed at these highs, and we have a closure back above. So, as I've mentioned here, when we look at that fractal, I mean, technically that is a sweep of that previous candle, so it's a small change in state of delivery, but yeah, not one I typically would have taken. So, honestly, not looking for any setups right now. Just kind of back in the saddle right now for the meantime. Yep, that's kind of what's happening right now. So no trades for me yet, guys. Just want to play it as patient as humanly possible, and that's kind of the vibes. Alrighty, yeah. Nice. Let's see what happens here. Honestly, if we're looking at sessions though, like with Luxago sessions, so it's a sweep of that previous, we already swept that previous London high here. So honestly, what I would like to see is some type of change in state of delivery in a reversal signature form, right? I always talk about this when I'm trading. I like to see a sweep of a previous session high or low, and for NASDAQ and ES here, we created this session low within London at around 21,405, and also we created that previous high that was around 21,537. So now we have a sweep of that high with that 5-minute candlestick. I'd be interested to see a closure back below that previous hourly equilibrium paired in with a change in state of delivery, and we could see a short setup into these London lows. Yes, a good entry layout. I would have taken if it was overseeing SMT at the highs. No, it wouldn't have been bad. Definitely wouldn't have been bad. Definitely would have not been a bad trade, origins. So yeah, either that or we actually have a pretty good expansion here, so might be interested in also grabbing some more longs into these highs. Yeah, so just playing my Franco money. Are you Italian? Italian. Franco, I'm not. I do have some Italian, but I am French. Je parle français. I'm French, and I mean, yeah, French is my main. I'm like mostly French. So, yes. I speak French as well. Oh, sick track. Hey, stud. What's up, Zinc? What's up, boss man? What is up, boss man? Honestly, just kind of sitting back in the saddle right now, guys. I'm really not interested. No high value setup for me right now. So I think it's going to be important that we just sit back right now, let the markets kind of make a decision here. We invalidated that fractal C2 sweep, creating a retracement leg. I mean, if we do look at this, this is a beautiful retracement, kind of into this EQ of that candle 1. And now we're getting a continuation leg higher. So it's honestly a decent trade, or a decent expansion higher now. So expecting this hourly to close with an expansion before this 10 o'clock. But as of right now, we'll see what happens. Waiting for NVIDIA. Nice water ball. Let's see what NVIDIA's looking like right now. NVIDIA as well. Yeah, NVIDIA here on the hourly. Ooh, pretty solid actually. Nice. We had that beautiful gap up on Tuesday's market into Wednesday, or yeah, Monday into Tuesday. Okay, nice. Apart from your SIST, do you consider any POI before entering a trade? Yeah, I actually do enjoy utilizing POIs. High interest liquidity areas too, hourly lows, sweep of session highs and lows. Also, just general like higher time frame liquidity or high interest liquidity are typically areas I'll look at as well. There's an entry now on the 1 minute time frame. Did you take a trade today? Baby, I have not taken a trade yet. I comment this week on the fractal model regarding your entry strategy. Oh, sweet. I probably haven't seen it, so I can check that out. Yeah, it's like I mean, gold right now was kind of what I mentioned with that short position. We were below this. I missed that entry, but we closed below the hourly EQ. So one of those positions that would have been nice is once you had that closure, targeting here with a break back above that hourly, targeting a 2R. Because I like entering on those EQs with a continuation leg down, especially because we broke below that hourly equilibrium. If I close below that fair value, yeah, we do have, we do have a fair value on that 5 minute on NASDAQ as well as ES here. So we'll see what happens. But closure below this hourly equilibrium, and I might be interested in taking shorts here into this London low. That's something that would be nice here. So this is a trade setup that I'm looking for right now, is looking for these London lows to get hit. Oops, London lows, not highs. That's kind of one of my interest areas right now. Yeah, if it closed below FG, so glad I came across your channel and you're in the lab. Your mindset is what I'm trying to emulate, move on from the break-even state. Hell yeah. Brian, I'm really happy to hear that, dude. Seriously, it means a lot when I get comments like that, because I really want to teach people the process. London, London, not during New York though. New York hasn't been swept during London, or London hasn't been swept from New York yet. So glad I came. You're in the lab. Yeah, Brian, that really makes me happy. That I'm happy to hear that. I just want to supply as much high quality education to people as possible. So having people like you say that gets me motivated to keep at it and really provide good content. Why don't you trade Forex? Million Blog? I don't know. I just honestly don't. NASDAQ, ES, as well as commodities, gold, silver, platinum, crude have been working really well. So I don't really feel the need to scale more. Like unless they all 5 miraculously went very dry, then I'd be interested in that. But for the meantime, I'm very much so just interested in trading what I'm used to and what I'm good at, which would be NASDAQ, ES, and then options. Yeah, Brian, though, what has been some of the, is it been mostly the mindset within videos and with lab, or Brian, what's been kind of the thing that's drawn you most to the channel? I'm just kind of curious. I want to hear like what the reason behind it is. All right, closure below is hourly EQ. I'm going to be interested in taking some shorts here. We don't have any, yeah, we've got low impact folder news, and then we have FOMC minutes at 11. So I just want to be very cautious when we are entering trades today. Yeah, this is quite the aggressive closure. Honestly, taking a short into this London low would not be a bad idea with this closure here, taking that stop and then targeting that London low. It's a 1.5R, want to shoot for a 2R, but I think that we see a sweep of that London low. We're forming a very aggressive reversal signature at the end of this 9 o'clock candle. So this could be something very, very solid here for sure. Where would you entry on the short targeting London low 60 below EQ? This would be my setup, Arturo. For sure. Yeah, so Brian, just let me know. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'm just interested. Would you be making a video on that trade you posted on Twitter yesterday? Would be great. Nero, I actually just filmed that. I just need to make the thumbnail, and I'm going to get that posted today. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, I'll have that video up for you 1000%, boss man. So stay tuned. I will have that video up for all of you. I know I've had a couple people ask me already if I was going to get that video up and running. So I'll make sure I get that set and ready for all of you to enjoy. Just kind of get a nice little trade recap. Since I had a couple requests of people asking me if I could just film it. Alrighty, here, very aggressive 5-minute closure here on NAS. Honestly, yeah, then you're targeting a 2R here with the setup. I'm using the EQ, yes, the patience and the accepting the quality, quality over quantity. I'm pretty good with charts and fractal model for the last 6 months. Oh, sweet, 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 sweet. Stoked to hear that, boss. Hell yeah. Nice, nice, nice. I'm happy to hear that though. Fall into trap of scalping. Yeah, that makes sense. You boosted your YouTube in front of our eyes. What do you mean? Like just lots of people hopping on or what? If that's the case, then yeah, it's been pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm not interested, honestly. Just kind of, I'm gonna wait till this 9 o'clock closes here. Not really interested in anything right now. Want to see what happens with this 9 o'clock, to be honest. Yeah, the YouTube boosted up quite a bit. I was very, very surprised by it. I was not anticipating. I mean, it just kind of shot up. So very happy about that, though, that's for sure. But it caught me off guard. I was not anticipating so much support so quickly. It kind of just blew up all at once, and I was like, holy shit, what is this, insane. Yeah, so if we're looking at this hourly bias right now as well, I mean, it's just a retracement into this daily EQ, into an expansion, because we had quite the aggressive bullish closure off that previous daily. So now we're getting kind of this retracement into an expansion leg on New York. So nothing super crazy once again, guys. Just kind of sitting back here, letting this play out. And I don't know, just want to play it really, really safe today. Not really mess up our trades. And just take high quality today is going to be the main thing, right? At the end of the day, it's really what we want is to take high quality. And we have FOMC minutes today, too, for those of you that are forgetting. We have FOMC minutes at 11, as well as some crude oil news, some medium impact. So typically on days like that, I don't like to take as high of a position sizing and just like to sit a little bit back in the saddle. And if I don't take a trade on Wednesday, so be it. We had a great trading day yesterday, so can't complain at all, right? And that's the most important thing, right? At the end of the day, that's what's going to matter most for us. I'm on ES since the one considering buying the fractal indicator. Has it helped you into making things easier? It's just really nice. I mean, having these larger C2, C1 until C4 on the right side of my screen, plus being able to have that EQ marked out for me is just really nice. So gold is also closing out pretty interesting here. So I've loved it. I've really loved using the fractal indicator. I think it's great. If you guys are interested in the fractal too, there's code Leo. Code Leo for 20% off, actually. Code Leo for 20% off lifetime. So just a heads up on that with the fractal. I'm typing that in chat, but I enjoy it. I really do. I think it's a great indicator. I think it's very well made. It just keeps the whole trading process very easy. I like when my EQ is mapped out for me, and then I can kind of use my other layers of confluence to help me really decipher trades and all of that. So I'm a big fan. I think it's great. But yeah. So I'm going to ask everybody, I'm on ES and so on SMT, but only a small position. Nice origins. Very nice. Very nice. NVIDIA here having a closure, having quite an aggressive movement into this daily EQ here too. Gold had a very interesting closure here, kind of back to the stop period. So yeah, honestly, PA is not looking super crazy, right? And that's just the reality. But if we'll see what happens, right? I think the most important thing for today is just preserving capital. JB Trades, what's up, dude? Welcome. What about session indicators? The same. Session indicators are free one. It's just a Luxago sessions. I just have the extended sessions right now for London, Asia, and New York. So this is kind of the settings that I have up right now. But yeah, I think the T-Trades fractal is a great indicator. Hey, Leo, what's up? Good morning. That's awesome. We have another Leo in the chat now, guys. I got my twin in here. My twin is up in here. Morning, Leo. JB, Carol, what's up? Do you use the indicator for SMT? I do not, Quadri. SMT is really easy to spot out yourself. I really think you don't need an indicator. It's nice, but I really don't think you need one. Just my personal take. I think there's important, like just having the fractal, base understanding of what SMT is, it's going to be really easy to find yourself. Do you avoid trading between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. or do you focus on specific times? I have been the most successful from the 9 a.m. up until 11 a.m. window. I sometimes am successful during PM session, but I've noticed if I don't get a trade between 9 and 11, my win probability goes down a decent amount. So I really like to see a trade setup form during Also, yeah, this is technically a closure below a bearish SIST FY. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's important to trade during that window. I feel like you get the best PA, and it's before midday sort of IV crush and midday slower PA, etc. So, my liege, nice origins. Are you trading today, sir? Zidane? I am. Yeah, good, sweet spot. If you start learning ICT again, how would you do it? Learn the base of candlesticks, first of all. I think learning candlesticks is your best friend. Learning what they mean, how they function, how they move, etc. That's going to be your best friend to start off. Then I would recommend really breaking down market structure, candlesticks, and then breaking into, what liquidity, just like mastering liquidity traps, manipulation, distribution, etc. That's also another really big potential friend for you. Those would be two starting grounds for sure. At London 50 right now? Yes, sir. Yo, Big Dave, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Seems like the trade started already. Yeah. London low would mean trading towards a higher resistance liquidity run. So how do you gain the confidence to short it towards that low? Well, if the fractal model forms a short setup on the 5-minute with correlation on the hourly, or 3-minute in correlation with the 30-minute. If I get a confirmed entry with a change in state of delivery closure, followed by some type of higher time frame liquidity sweep, like a previous hourly high or a session high sweep, that gives me higher confidence in the trade setup. That's kind of how I like to trade it. Thanks for all the great material and insight. Yeah, of course, DT. Thanks, Leo. New fan here. Hey, JB, welcome. Adita, both unicorn and IQ. It's respecting the 5-minute fair value gap. Yes, it is. It is indeed. Yeah, anytime though, DT. JB, welcome, by the way. Seems like the trade already started. Yeah, it's respecting 5-minute unicorn both on NQ and ES. See, another fun one too that I like, kind of sometimes having the breaker by Lux, right? Closure below that breaker, you can put your stop above that breaker now, and that's a confirmed unicorn entry, right? So this becomes a much higher value setup for myself. See, you get that mapped out. There we go. It's respected. Hey Leo, do you trade the reversal, not the continuation? Nick, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Niku? It depends. I typically like to trade reversal signatures. I think they're a lot more reliable. Continuation is nice as well, but I found the most success trading the starter reversal and then taking a position that takes me into that continuation leg of, a bearish movement or bullish, etc. I am going to make a YouTube mini course, but I'm first doing a course kind of with the lab and working alongside those guys too. So as of right now, I'm not going to make a YouTube mini course. It's going to be more like YouTube recaps and stuff like that. So that's kind of where the head is at with that at the moment, which is Big Dave. We've got options compound and the lab both in the description. So feel free to check those out. Can't go wrong. Yeah, super cool to get all the support in these stream guys. Seriously, it means a lot. I mean, we're at a ton of viewers. I was not anticipating this for the stream. Would you still put the stop loss in the breaker even with the 1 hour candle open? Yeah, I mean, I typically like a shorter stop. You could use that hourly EQ as well, but I like it because it's above the hourly EQ and above that breaker, which sort of creates a much shorter stop, and I'm more of a fan of that than having a stop up at that change in state of delivery high with the C2, because now I'm only risking 23 points instead of what would be like 56 or so. So yes, I am more of a fan of this. That would be a 21,513. One of the kindest in the ICT community. Is that me, JB? I appreciate it, boss. Wait, you were in trade right now. Yeah, I'm in this short setup. That's what I alerted it in my server. I alerted my short setup in the server. I just don't, for legal purposes, I'm not always going to alert it on YouTube just because even though you guys are under disclaimer, it's more for the baseline knowledge, right? I'm not going to just make you guys only follow me for alerts. I want you to learn through these. That, in my opinion, is going to bring more value to all of you. Where did you learn from? I actually learned a lot of what I know from ICT from T-Trades himself. And then I come from an options background, so liquidity was never really an issue. That was kind of an easy pickup. But yeah, ICT I learned primarily from T-Trades and then a couple of the guys like Kane. And then Afiz a bit as well. I know this short isn't looking it's not looking super crazy, but so be it, you know. Alex goes long, so be it. I mean, he does have a pretty nice draw up under those highs, so I don't blame him. It's also, but my model formed a short on the unicorn, so I'm interested in that. Right, so that's what I'm interested in right now. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't. Session would be Asia, London, or New York. Do you always take 60 as they form, or you wait for retest? Love your trading style, brother. Always clean. Big Dave. Happy to hear that, Dave. Yeah, session would be considered Asia, London, or New York. Raymond. Need to put dinosaurs on there. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I gotta start tossing some, like a lion up at my stop period, right? Run it back, throw a tiger up here. Fucking terrified of that tiger, aren't ya? I'll just throw a tiger on my screen, guys. Scare NASDAQ into tapping me out here to 2R would be sweet. I mean, hey, it's feasible. A true 2R is just this. So that would be nice. Magnets too. Oh shit, I forgot. I gotta get magnets on there. Magnets at my 2R and then rotate that. See, this is my true trading strategy, guys. I don't like to expose myself. This is my true trading strategy, actually. Put the VWAP, yeah. How do you find the perfect breaker? Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know if they're like the perfect breaker is a breaker paired with a fractal, in my opinion. The eye layout. Oh shit, you're right. Honestly, I think the perfect breaker is the fractal. Is a breaker that's paired with the fractal and a higher time frame liquidity sweep. If you get a true breaker like that, that's going to be the best. That's genuinely going to be your higher confidence, high level stuff right here. Yeah, this is true trading strategies, guys. Not financial advice, but this is how you trade. A lot of the big dogs like Kane and the folks in the lab won't tell you this, but this is how they trade. There's not really a model, guys. It's honestly primarily just using emojis on your screen and praying that they get scared of tigers. And if tigers aren't enough, then you kind of whip up, you sweep it. Yep, you see that? You sweep that, and it actually kind of wipes that liquidity at that candle high, scares the candle into closing bearish, and then you terrify it even more by adding like a snake on top of the tiger. Right, and that's how you get that high value. This right here is probably like a 95% win rate. Oh my god, I used a volcano when I wanted to go up. Oh, that's not bad actually. I haven't thought of that. Ed, is that back tested? This has been back tested on TradingView, by the way, so it's like a 95% win rate. See, look at that. We swept that candle high, and now we might have a bearish closure on this 5 minute. Right, like. You guys just simply aren't working hard enough. If you're not using the strategy, you're simply being outdone by me, like 100% of the time, right? Like if you just don't have a magnet and a tiger and a snake on your screen, you're simply not quite dialed in on ICT. ICT stands for inside. Oh shit! Somebody come up with like a cool analogy for ICT that has to do with like animals or something. I can't come up with one. 96% win rate. Good odds. What's up? Welcome. Put a $ below London lows, bro. Shit, dude. Yeah, you're right. See, this is why I need a chat, right? You guys really let's put a flying dollar at that London low. Let's see if we can get that London low, eh? Inner circle trader, I mean that is ICT, but inside cold traders, inside crocodile's teeth. Bang, dang, that's what I needed, baby. That's what I needed. Inside crocodile's teeth. That's what I needed. That's the money. Inner crocodile tamers. That's also fucking banger, Wally. Dude, this is awesome. God, I love you guys. This is a fun stream. This makes me so happy. I love this stream. You guys are goats. You guys are so goated. Yeah, so honestly, this PA is pretty shit though. Just full honesty outside of all this, price action is pretty dookie. I'm not a fan. Iguanas, cats, and turtles. There we go. That's also a greater ICT version. Because it's the unicorn entry, baby. Yeah, typically I had that original fractal, but with this breaker, candle 2, then I just want to be targeting with this 2R. But great question. Looks like we're not getting. It's not one what we want. And if we get stopped out, so be it. That's kind of the reality of this trade, right? That's what we're here for, is to learn from our mistakes if this trade setup doesn't work out. Right, at the end of the day, that's kind of what we're here to learn in general. In-app chat, trader only. Yeah, right. 10 change, what's up? Do you align the model with your daily bias? I do. Sometimes, if a reversal signature prints and my bias was bearish and we're now flipping with a bullish bias on the 5-minute hourly alignment, then I will disregard my full daily and I will take a reversal on that or a continuation. Yes, tap midnight, nice. Do the same framework as Garrett? Not quite, no. Garrett trades GXT, which is an add-on to the fractal. I don't quite use Garrett's. I don't trade GXT. Is the simple answer to that question. We have a very strong hourly support trend running below. Had to be still short. Below the bias is still short. Yep, time to go low now. I mean, that's a nice 5-minute closure, but we'll see. We'll see, honestly. This PA is not super sharp, guys, to be so frank. I'd love to see these London lows. I think that would be, honestly, the dream situation would be tapping these London lows, but, who knows, right? Keep bouncing from support. 30-minute, 3-minute long fractal. Yeah, I mean, look at this, right? So GXT and TTFM is a different model. GXT is just an add-on to the fractal pixel. Early in hour, so no rush. Yeah, very early in the 7 o'clock. I'm not super worried here. I mean, almost all ICT hit trades in the same way, just different DOL. Yeah, oh, absolutely. ICT just all comes down to some different draw on liquidity and just liquidity in general, right? At the base of all these models is kind of like support and resistance advanced. Right, that's what a lot of these models are. So yeah, you're absolutely correct, JB. I actually noticed based on your journaling that my win rate is higher using my breaker with fractal rather than SIST only. Yeah, I mean breaker with the fractal is the unicorn model origins. So that actually it is a higher probability setup. This is very true. It has been backed. I did a back testing session about 700 days of live market data, and it was like a 6 to 8% higher win rate. With the breaker in there as well, which is why, I mean, here would be ideal. Like, I just want, retrace as much as you want in that 50% for this EQ, but as long as we stay below this EQ, this trade is still going to be extremely valid, right? These shorts are still going to be very valid for me. Honestly, if I'm gonna be so frank, I think most of his videos have extreme value. I think if you can watch a lot of them and find a correlation, like his swing points video, his equilibrium video, his actual fractal, break of structure, reversal signatures, higher time frame, daily profiles. This is, it's not, prophecy, it's not quite, but JB, I'm going to do some live back testing in the lab, actually, is where I'm going to do most of it, but yeah, that's kind of the vibes. All right, guys, this is looking good. I want to see London lows on this trade setup, guys. That's like my cup of tea right now. Is if we can get London lows, I'll be a happy camper. This isn't perfect unicorn. Yeah, it's not. It's not a perfect unicorn. Have you done backtesting with unicorn only? No, I've done mostly fractal backtesting, and then I've done some unicorn. Lows SMT and TS, and it's working good. Nice. Elrond, I mean, that'll work. That'll work well. That'll definitely work well. So yeah, we're still just kind of sitting back in the saddle right now. Still working. They didn't change the algo. Thank God. I know, right? Whew. Luckily. First target fib also no longer short bias. Yeah, honestly, I mean, it's not looking super sharp here, but hey, I'm following the system. Model prints. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Nice, Victor. Classic AM consolidation. Yeah, honestly. Not super sharp here. Like, seriously, this is quite lame PA. I'm not very interested in this PA, but hey, so be it. Right, we're in the trade. Model printed. We got a signature for this setup, so I'm interested in it now, right? Fractal printed that short setup. We got that breaker, so I'm in this trade, right? I'm just going to follow the system. If the system prints, guys, guess what? I'm entering. That's how you trust your models. If you truly put in the work, and if that model prints and you're learning it, there we go. London 50 is holding really well right now. Nice. Good work, Zinc. Do you take longs? Did you take longs at that London 50? Because yeah, we were getting quite the resistance here, for sure. Did you wait till 9 a.m. before entering? I did, Axiom, correct. Just a few ticks lower and it might change structure. I mean, that'd be ideal. If we can get a candle body closure below these wick lows, that'd honestly be a really nice situation, because we're just wicking right now. We're sort of almost creating this micro demand zone on this 5 minute. ES kind of losing strength. I mean, yeah, NASDAQ is as well here. So, oh, ES is losing strength. Yeah, NASDAQ I wish would just fucking follow it. I think it's likely NQ retraces higher. I think there's definitely, I mean, yeah, there's a chance this gets invalidated. I mean, it did print a CTU, so I'm interested in this setup, but you know, if it gets invalidated, it does, right? At the end of the day, it did print the model that I typically enjoy trading, so if I do get stopped out, so be it, right? That's just the reality. Gonna just have to be a big boy and suck it up. There's a nice bearish candlestick. This is kind of some decent PA here. This is nice. We could keep at that for a bit, eh? If I can get a 5-minute closure lower here, we'll see that expansion into London lows. This is what I wanted here. This is great. Been trading fractal for about a year, Victor. See, we keep wicking. Candle body closure below the structure, and then we'll get more of an aggressive movement. It's a slow grinder though, guys. This is a slow grinder for sure. You know, I could take out at a 1R here pretty soon if I wanted, right? Because technically that's a 1.6R. But like 2R, baby. I'm in it for 2R. Let's actually mark out where that 2R is, right? I think that'll be kind of fun just to see, visually see where that 2R is. So I know when exactly we're at it. So I'm going to mark out that 2R on my chart. Okay, bang. Mark that as a 2R. And then the rest is, you know, whatever draw we want. Backed into those London lows. See here, we're just wicking. We're wicking very aggressively. So this might be an invalidation of it, which is okay. Guys, that's kind of the reality once again. Still good short form from the purge though. Yeah, I mean, I could take out at like a 1.6R right now, but I really want to just, I just want to trust the model. Right. Don't forget to like the stream. Oh, thank you, Rixie, your goat. Yeah, we have 134. If you guys haven't already, feel free to like the stream. It helps me out a ton. Honestly, it pushes out my content. If you guys like kind of this educational content I do, the sort of the walkthrough of my psychology when taking these trades, as well as my entries, if you guys do like this type of content, it really does help me out a lot if you guys like the stream. So if you haven't already, just close the chat, hit that like button, helps me out a ton. It would mean the world if you guys could do that for me. So if you just haven't already, do you trade at any time or only at New York Kill Zone? New York Kill Zone tends to be my favorite, Victor. Sometimes I'll trade PM session, but New York Kill Zone has been the most consistent for me so far, to be completely honest. Right. All right, there's a somewhat better bearish candle body closure, but still pretty indecisive. We've got a bearish run and a bullish run on those wicks with a pretty indecisive bearish candle body closure. So really just, if we can just hit 2R on this trade, I'll be a happy camper. If we don't, it's not the end of the world, guys, right? We're risking 23 points for the chance to make 83 in total with these London lows and potentially even making about 50 points here at that 2R. So we cannot complain. What a dirty profile. Don't you take daily profile into consideration? I was full bullish today. I'm familiar with fractal model, but my narrative doesn't let me look for shorts. Yeah, Jafar, I was in with a bullish bias, but I did form a C2U signature into these shorts. So I wanted to take a C2U into these London lows, and then look for longs after we sweep that London low. I've been learning fractal through your content. Love your content. Twin. Hey, Leo, happy to hear that. Kane long, Leo short, might consolidate forever. I might tap out here at 2R, right? I'm honestly might just take out at 2R and call it a day. I think London lows might be a little ambitious. Bang. Holy shit, bang, 2R. Oh shit, baby. That's 2R, baby. Magnet. What did we fucking say, baby? What did we say? What did we say? What did we say, guys? 2R smashed, baby. Look at that. Give me that shit, motherfucker. Bang. All right. I'm out. I have one more runner here. I have one more runner on this con. Other than that, so be it, eh? There we go, baby. Hey, that's 2R. That's 2R. Curry from the logo bang. Guys, that's 2R on the trade. Honestly, I might close out this last runner here. I'm going to close out last runner. Closing out that last runner, and we are out of this trade. That is a 2R on that mofo, baby. There we go. Sweet. Team Low 1, Team Kane 0. Hey, Kane is still very valid in these longs. I think him and Alex have the correct conviction. My model formed with this short signature, this candle to unicorn, so I'm in that shit, right? Bang, 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 baby. Looks like a stop run. Yeah, we were heading back, methinks. I definitely think so too, but hey, 2R was swept. Ideally, I really wanted to see a London. I wanted to see a sweep of this. The original plan was this, right? Short signature. I want to see 2R, London low sweep, reversal signature back above London low, continuation back into those London highs and New York highs. This was the original game plan. Honestly, I would have really liked to see this play out. But I mean, based on this consolidation we're seeing, pretty lucky with that 5 minute. I honestly think I'm very lucky that this 5 minute decided to aggressively move to my 2R. So we'll take it, right? We'll take it. Of course, Daddy Lives straight hit, made a bank with that short call out. Whew. I'm just kidding. Yeah, right. No, I know, JB. I know. Do you think the long setup looks good now? I think the guys have good conviction into these longs for sure. I definitely think so. There we go. Hey, well, that's 2R, guys, right? We'll take that. That is a banger of a trade, in my opinion. $10.30 reversal right now to long. Yeah, honestly, this looks a lot better. I entered the candle at the last bit of closure on this 5 minute below this breaker and this Sisti Leo. If you guys haven't already, though, feel free to like the stream. We've got quite a few of us and not a correlation with the likes right now. If you guys haven't already, like it up, guys. We're doing free education for you guys on these YouTube lives. It means a lot. Just to get some support. Liking the stream is a small little thing you guys can do to help me out here once again. But hey guys, that was pretty solid. I mean, this was a nightmare to trade, and obviously, as I mentioned to you guys, it's very tempting. It was very tempting for me to take out my trade at around 1.6R, but if you want to stay consistent when utilizing the fractal, yeah, likes are free to everybody, guys. Easy like, easy sub. Hey, Elrin, I really appreciate that. But yeah, like once again, if the model prints, and even though, you know, my bias for the day is bullish, my model did print a short-term setup into what I was hoping to get those London lows, which wasn't the case. This gives me a higher validation setup. And so, hey, if I got stopped out, we broke above that breaker, I got stopped out of the trade, so be it. I'm risking 23 points, and we had a 92-point trade yesterday, right? So I'd still be up, 65, 70 points on the week. I'm taking one loss, and so be it, right? I have a very tight stop. 23 points is a very tight stop for NASDAQ. So for me, this is a higher validation setup for myself. So, Ziki, what's up? Good morning. Good to see you, boss. Right? So for me, even though my bias on the day was bullish, I did get a short setup, and now you guys see my vision, right? I want to see a sweep of these London lows. get some type of reversal signature with the fractal, maybe bullish change of state of delivery, SMT at the lows between NASDAQ and ES, and then I want to see a continuation and an expansion into those New York and London highs. Victor, because the breaker is a tighter stop, it utilizes the C2 unicorn, which you use the top of a breaker as your stop period, Victor. Plus, because this would have been a very wide stop. If I took this stop up until C2, it would have been a 65-point stop versus here's a 23. And also, even though the setup formed, I did not want to risk 65 points on this trade, especially because I was in with 2 minis, right? Hey, there we go, Mahadi. Boss man, do you mind asking what model you trade? Yeah, Stefan, I trade the T-Trades fractal model and the candle to unicorn, which candle to unicorn is just breaker block onto the fractal model. And so this is the C2 unicorn. Yeah, of course, Victor, anytime. I came in late. What swapped your bias from long to short, or rather what caused you to short with a long bias? Dusky, great question. I've actually been asked this a few times. So even though I did have a long bias here, bullish bias onto the day, my model still, the candles unicorn still printed a short signature, and I wanted to see some type of higher time frame liquidity get swept. So if it wasn't, the hourly low clearly was not enough. And so when we formed a short setup, I wanted to see these London lows get swept, then form an SMT and a reversal signature at these London lows as our retracement period prior to our expansion higher. I like what you do. Thanks a lot, bro. You're amazing. Deep, I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Long setup is very small time frame so far. Needed confirmation on larger time frame also to make it worthwhile. Exactly, 10. Exactly, right? That is the base of a lot of it. Poop ton of low resistance liquidity formed on smaller time frame to higher. Exactly. For higher. Exactly, Zeki, right? If you guys haven't already, like the stream, folks. Helps me out a ton. Y'all are amazing though. Seriously, it's so much fun to work alongside all of you and just get to stream, and it's a ton of fun. Right. So there's my bias, guys. Did you take this? Yeah, Aaron, I did. You're welcome to look back on the YouTube. All of my trades on these YouTube lives you can watch back. So if you haven't already, you're welcome to look back on these trades and just sort of gauge a little bit yourself. But all this was talk through my process, talk through my entry for this. I said where I wanted to see my closure, etc. So all of these were indeed valid setups, and I talked through my entire process. Very happy we didn't take gold, by the way, guys. Whew. 109 with only 15. Come on, guys. I know, right? I know. Pretty crazy. It's both, Ziki. It's both. No, I know, Aaron. It is really good. It is super good. 60% conversion to likes is fantastic. Have to let them fight it out. Is taking more trades. Arturo, I'm honestly going to call today. We have FOMC at 11 o'clock. So I honestly think it's important that you guys sit back in the saddle for today. Unless an A+ opportunity presents itself, there's no reason to be forcing any trade setup with FOMC at 2 p.m. EST, right? FOMC is where a lot of people get fried and think that, they can make their fucking bank, when in reality, that's when most of the evaluation accounts get blown. So I would recommend not trading unless we get some type of confirmation, right? Do you trade fractal? What about GXT? I don't trade GXT yet. I don't know. GXT is a great model. I just don't trade it. I like candle to unicorn and fractal. Those are my 2 higher probability that I've had a lot of fun with. Even ICT don't recommend trading it. Yeah. So Ziki, it's options and futures. Feel free to shoot me a message on Twitter or Instagram, Ziki. I'd love to respond to you there. It's a little easier to do that as well. Exactly. I use internal range lows, external range lows, and highs, as well as I'll use high interest liquidity zones. So, hourly lows of aggressive candlesticks, hourly highs, higher time frame candlesticks, 4-hour highs and lows. Sometimes even I'll use sort of consolidation periods for accumulation. see if we can play something off that as well. So GXT is GXT is a build on to the T-Trades fractal. On a course from the Strat in the lab. Yes, Rixie, I am. Just minutes today, but be aware. Yeah, it is just FOMC minutes, but I'm still want to be aware, right? PA is a lot choppier. Learn the fractal and key models. Any tips on how to study them? I see you. Hey, Zinc, I appreciate that. Thank you. I see you combine both in your trading. Would love to know how you approach it. Yeah, I mean, Rami, when it comes to fractal, top-down analysis is the most important, finding a daily bias, and then using time frame alignment, so the 5-minute, the hourly, 3-minute 30, 1-minute 15, and sort of trading through that. Also, sorry, really quick, guys, I think there's a chance we actually sweep London lows. My original conviction might be correct here. We might actually sweep London lows, which would be fucking awesome. Use all your analysis on your Instagram too. It's helpful, and thanks a lot for that, Leo. Of course, dude. I appreciate that, Rami. But yeah, guys, honestly, we're one trade and done for the day. Like, I don't feel the need to take any other trades for today. I'm not very interested in looking for anything else as well. We took that one trade setup. Yeah, it was a bit of a grinder, not going to lie. It was definitely quite the consolidation period before that entry, before that 2R hit. I was targeting London lows, but honestly, I'm going to just be happy with the 2R today and walk away with a nice little 50-point win on 2 minis here, 47-point win. But yeah, guys, I think that's honestly going to close it out for me, for the most part, at least. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe for today, guys. Yeah, retracing a discount before FOMC going higher. Exactly, JB. Exactly. But yeah, Rami, I would do top-down analysis and really learn that the best. I think that's going to be the most beneficial for you. 1,000%. Right? Guys, anytime at all. Seriously, it's such a pleasure to do these live streams with all of you. It means a lot. And eventually we'll get Facecam up and start doing some more engaging streams too. So just stay tuned for all that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to just sort of do that alongside all of you and trade with all of you, just because it's been a lot of fun for me so far to just be with every single one of you, right? I'm going to put a couple things here in the chat. Just a couple things in the chat. There we go. Leo and T-Trade's face reveal when? Yeah. Dude, y'all don't realize T is he's a cutie. He is a cutie. I was in Cape Town with him. What a cutie. Yes, please. Yeah, awesome. So also for all of you on stream right now, if you haven't already, keep in mind, I will be releasing, I had a beautiful trade from yesterday's market, which I do have. Wait, let me actually make sure I have it marked out here. I do have my trade from yesterday that I will be recapping for you guys on a YouTube video. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a really, really low-key yoked. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, just stay tuned for today, guys. I'm going to have a YouTube video releasing later today. So stay tuned. Always trying to do Monday and Wednesday or Sunday and Wednesday YouTube videos every week. So if you are interested in the type of content that I'm doing and want to get more of an idea for my trade recaps and stuff like that, stay tuned for that video today. But other than that, guys, I'm going to call it a stream. 2R was hit on this trade. God bless. That was quite a grinder of a trade, but 2R eventually was met. And if you did enjoy the stream, feel free to like the content and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the links in the description if you're interested in any of the other alerts. Never hesitate. Also, if you guys want to reach out to me on Twitter DMs or Instagram DMs with any questions, feel free to do so. I'm literally responding to them on an hourly basis. So don't hesitate to reach out. And yeah, like Rami, if you want to know more, shoot me a little message as well here, and I'd love to help you out with some of that analysis for you. Victor, great having you on the stream. Love to see all the new faces. Georgia, Brian, Dave, Mark, JB, Zinc, Rami, Nav, Arturo, 10, all of you guys. Been such a pleasure. We'll catch you guys. I'm streaming on YouTube Friday as well, so I'll see you all Friday for another successful stream. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. We'll catch you all in the very next stream. Love all of you. Have a good one. Bye now.